Last week, I took a week off. Didn't play the trumpet the entire time. This week, my chops feel great. Apparently, I'm told they shouldn't. Let's talk about this. Hi, I'm Bryan from Airflow Music. Alongside publishing our books for brass players, we're releasing a bunch of videos with tips to make brass playing easier for you. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the Airflow Music channel so you're notified of all of our videos. This video is part of the Trumpet A-Z series. With this video, we've actually come to the end of our trumpet alphabet, at least the first time through. Hang in until the end of this episode. I'll be letting you know what's coming next. Like I said up top, I didn't play my trumpet all of last week. I was on vacation in the UK attending a number of family celebrations. At the very end of the week I did spend a day teaching a few trumpet lessons, and I was pleased to find that my chops and facility were basically exactly where I left them. In those lessons, when I mentioned it, and in the response to a video I subsequently posted on Facebook and Instagram on the subject, I was reminded that a lot of people struggle with how many steps backward they feel they take in their playing if they take any time off at all. I have a couple things to share about that. Z is for zero. Time off the horn seems to be the bane of a lot of brass players' lives. I'm often told that they feel if they take a break of more than one day, then it can take days or even weeks to get back to where they were before the break. I spent 7 days last week with absolutely no FaceTime on the trumpet. None. Zero. Yet I'm fine. It used to bother me too, and there's a couple of important reasons that that's no longer the case. In common with a lot of topics related to playing a brass instrument, I think there's definitely a psychological component to this. Many years ago I received some excellent advice from an older player. When I was struggling with the fact that I was about to take a holiday for a couple of weeks and then had to work immediately when I got back. He said to me, and I say to all of you now, in a week or two you're not going to forget how to play the trumpet. Now, obviously, how true this is for you will depend on how developed your playing is, but it speaks to where this fear seems to come from. For many of us, we started out playing when we were young. Personally, I started shortly before my 8th birthday. In the early years, before I was involved in too many playing situations outside of school, I was a typical lazy kid and I didn't pay enough attention to practicing during the summer holidays. That meant that when school started back, I now sucked. Much of the progress I'd made rolled back, and even though I wasn't starting from scratch, I was playing catch-up for the first few weeks of term. Schools tended to start back in early September for us, and funnily enough, I always used to feel like quitting the trumpet in late September or early October. It wasn't until 30 years later that I looked back and put those things together. I felt bad because I wasn't playing well and my teacher was giving me a hard time. It just wasn't as much fun. If you're a younger player and you're on summer break right now, as many of you will be when this video is first published, please switch this video off right now and go practice. Well, maybe not right now, but once we're finished in a couple minutes. It may not be what you want to do when you could be hanging with your friends, but you'll thank me when you get a better chair in band once school starts back. Okay? For many of us, I think it's similar memories that lead us to believe that we'll lose a lot of ground in our playing if we take more than a day off. I really just want to share that the longer you've played in your life, the easier that becomes. The other part that I've realised is important in this equation is your overall playing efficiency. Personally, I've learned to play quite efficiently. And if you've watched a bunch of these videos, you'll know that that's really what I'm trying to help you all with. If you're playing efficiently, then your muscles and other physical systems that go into it aren't working any harder than they have to. Since they're not overworking, it's easier to maintain where they need to be to function. I'm not needing to spend time rehabbing tired and damaged muscles, or trying to build extra muscle mass to withstand the effort associated with playing. That doesn't mean my chops aren't strong, but they're strong more in the balanced, agile way a gymnast is, rather than the brute strength of a powerlifter, for argument's sake. That means while I'm still a bit rusty after a break, it manifests in a different way. After a week or two off, my embouchure is still plenty strong enough, but the coordination of my air may not be 100%. I can play 95% or even more of the things that I could before the break, which basically means I'm fit for task when I go back to work, but I just feel that I'm a little out of sync. That's easier to put back together with a little practice than rebuilding a lot of muscle mass. I hope you found this helpful. Please revisit all the other videos in the series so you can work on your efficiency and hopefully learn to play easier than you are right now. That way this will become easier for you too. I want to thank you all for watching over the course of these 26 episodes of Trumpet A-Z. The good news is that this is only Season 1. I will be taking a second trip through the alphabet. However, I'm going to take a short break so I can plan ahead a little bit better. There have been several weeks along the way when I've been in a mad scramble to figure out a topic before the video drops on Friday. You can help me here. Please comment below with your suggestions for topics for the next Trumpet A-Z. You can also comment with topics whether they fit the alphabet or not. Even though I won't be making Trumpet A-Z for a while, I'll still be putting out videos every week here on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and Instagram. I'm having fun doing it, and you all seem to be enjoying them and finding them helpful. Links to all the Airflow Music social accounts are in the description below. So please hit that like button, it really does make a difference if you do, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the work that goes into making these videos, please visit airflowmusic.com and buy something. We have books, exercises and other merchandise available, and all sales directly support me in making these videos. I'll be back on Monday with another exercise of the week, and I'll be continuing to make videos at other times of the week too, so keep an eye out for those. I'll see you soon. Now, go practice.